ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this very special edition of the News Hour at 9 at this weekend moment when the BJP has come out all guns blazing, declaring 107 candidates for election in its first list announced today. The BJP has raised the stakes for these upcoming elections in UP, which we are calling the UP Mahabharat. For the first time in 20 years, a sitting chief minister has been fielded in the poll fight. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Yogi Adityanath has entered the fighting ring and he will contest the polls from his stronghold in Gorakhpur. The last time a sitting chief minister contested elections was Rajnath Singh in 2002. With this declaration of Yogi Adityanath participating in the polls, all speculation that he might contest from Ayodhya or Mathura have also been put to rest. Big names of the Uttar Pradesh cabinet also feature on the list announced by the BJP today. Deputy Chief Minister Keshav Prasad Maurya is fielded from the Sirathu Assembly constituency among the 107 candidates that have been announced today. 60% of the list of these 107 candidates are OBC candidates, possibly because of the recent jolts that the BJP has experienced. In his first response, Yogi Adityanath thanked the BJP top brass and vowed to take forward the Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas mission. Listen in to Yogi Adityanath.
देखिए, मैं आभारी हूं आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का, आदरणीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी का और संसदीय बोर्ड का, जिन्होंने मुझे गोरखपुर से भारतीय जनता पार्टी का प्रत्याशी बनाया है। सबका साथ सबका विकास के भाव के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी प्रचंड बहुमत की सरकार 10 मार्च को परिणाम आने पर बनाएगी।
But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, why Yogi from Gorakhpur is an extremely significant announcement. One, he is the first UP Chief Minister in the last 20 years to contest as a sitting Chief Minister. The last was Rajnath Singh, who had contested in the 2002 polls. Number 3, Akhilesh and Mayawati have been the members of the upper house in the assembly. In fact, another big factor is that Yogi is a 5-time member of parliament from Gorakhpur in eastern Uttar Pradesh. Also, eastern Uttar Pradesh is in a state of churn with OBC leaders quitting the BJP. The same OBC big faces like Dara Singh Chauhan, like Swami Prasad Maurya and 14 others who've quit the BJP in the last 1 week. This is also seen as a move to galvanize the cadres after high-profile OBC faces have exited. But the rivals are taking pot shots. Akhilesh Yadav says that it's a return ticket for Yogi Adityanath even before elections to his hometown in Gorakhpur. Listen in.
कभी कहते थे कि मथुरा से लड़ेंगे, कभी कहते थे अयोध्या से लड़ेंगे, कभी कहते थे प्रयागराज से लड़ेंगे, कभी कहते थे देवन से लड़ेंगे। मुझे खुशी है इस बात की कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने पहले ही उन्हें अपने घर भेज दिया। हालांकि वो कल से गोरखपुर में हैं, टिकट पहले बुक कराई थी उन्होंने 11 तारीख की। अब मुझे लगता है कि गोरखपुर में ही उन्हें रहना पड़ेगा। अब गोरखपुर से वापस आने की उन्हें जरूरत नहीं है। उनको बहुत-बहुत बधाई।
So the legitimate question we're asking on the News Hour tonight is, will Akhilesh Yadav and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra pick up the bait and contest these elections? That's the question and the debate. March 10th with Times Now. That's the hashtag and the debate coming up on the other side.
You were watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me right on top on this News Hour special edition debate is Mohsin Raza, Minister of State in the Uttar Pradesh cabinet. He's from the BJP, and taking him on tonight is Ram Pratap Singh, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. और मेरा सबसे पहला सवाल मोहसिन रजा जी आपके पास जाता है, क्योंकि अखिलेश यादव हों या बाकी पार्टियां हों, सब तंज कस रही हैं और कह रही हैं बड़ी बातें की आपने मथुरा और अयोध्या की, बल्कि कहा यह भी जा रहा था कि आरएसएस का काडर भी मूव हो चुका है अयोध्या में योगी आदित्यनाथ को वहां से लड़वाने के लिए, लेकिन बीजेपी ने घर भेज दिया है। अखिलेश यादव कहते हैं घर भेज दिया है चुनाव से पहले ही योगी आदित्यनाथ को गोरखपुर से कंटेस्ट करने के लिए। अपने क्रिटिक्स को आज आप क्या कहेंगे मोहसिन रजा साहब?
देखिए, जहां तक बात की जाए, ये सब डरे हुए लोग हैं। अगर मेनका जी आप बात करें तो चाहे अखिलेश जी हो या कांग्रेस की प्रियंका वाड्रा हो, ये तो लड़ना ही नहीं चाहते, ये मैदान से ही भाग चुके हैं, इन्होंने सरेंडर कर दिया पहले, तो ये बात नहीं कर सकते। और जहां तक बात की जाए आदरणीय योगी जी की, तो उत्तर प्रदेश की 403 सीटों पर कहीं से भी उनको लड़ाने की बात अगर संगठन करेगा, वो कहीं से भी जीत सकते हैं। इसलिए ये निर्णय संगठन का है और हम संगठन के निर्णय का स्वागत करते हैं, क्योंकि हमारी पार्टी 18 करोड़ कार्यकर्ताओं की पार्टी है। जो निर्देश हम लोगों को संगठन से मिलता है, हम संगठन के निर्देश पर आगे बढ़ते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे लिए सत्ता सेवा का माध्यम होता है। तो हम सेवा के लिए उतर पड़े हैं, जैसे हमने सेवा 5 साल की है। आज जो भी प्रत्याशियों को प्रत्याशी बनाया गया है, जिन लोगों को, उनको हम हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं, बधाई देना चाहते हैं कि वो आगे आए और आने वाले समय में 10 मार्च को जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी की प्रचंड बहुमत की सरकार बनेगी, तो वो उत्तर प्रदेश की 24 करोड़ जनता की सेवा करें और तेजी के साथ में जो काम अभी हमारे और पाइपलाइन में हैं, उनको आदरणीय योगी जी के नेतृत्व में।
राम प्रताप सिंह जी समाजवादी पार्टी से हमारे साथ हैं। राम प्रताप सिंह जी, मोहसिन रजा साहब का कहना है कि जो कांच के घरों में रहते हैं वो कम से कम दूसरों पे पत्थर ना फेंका करें। अखिलेश जी ने तो अभी तक अनाउंस ही नहीं किया है कि वो चुनाव लड़ेंगी भी या नहीं। पहले कभी उन्होंने चुनाव लड़ा नहीं सिटिंग चीफ मिनिस्टर होने के बावजूद, तो वो योगी आदित्यनाथ पे इतनी जल्दी टिप्पणी क्यों कर रहे हैं?
थैंक यू नाविका। जो मास एक्सोडस बीजेपी में हुआ है उनके सीनियर मिनिस्टर्स और सिटिंग एमएलएज का इन लास्ट 3-4 डेज, उससे जो है बीजेपी की स्थिति ये लोग शायद काफी घबरा गए हैं। और इसी वजह से कुछ दिन पहले तक योगी आदित्यनाथ जी जो पोस्चरिंग कर रहे थे कि हम एक रिलीजियस सिंबलिज्म में अयोध्या से चुनाव लड़ेंगे या देवबंद से भी लड़ सकते हैं या प्रयागराज से लड़ेंगे, लेकिन आज जब टिकट की घोषणा हुई तो वो गोरखपुर वापस चले गए, विच इज आई इमेजिन अ कंफर्टेबल होम ग्राउंड फॉर हिम। वो कई बार वहां से जो है सांसद रह चुके हैं, तो इसलिए उनको एक सेफ सीट की आवश्यकता पड़ गई ऐसे माहौल में, क्योंकि इस समय वी एज समाजवादी हैव इमर्ज्ड एज अ सीरियस चैलेंजर फॉर बीजेपी एंड द रीजंस आर वेरी क्लियर। ये जो है हमारे बीजेपी स्पोक्सपर्सन को ज्यादा समझने में समय नहीं लगेगा कि क्या रीजन है कि सडनली सब कुछ जो है इनकी सत्ता जाती हुई दिख रही है। इनएफिशिएंसीज इन डिलीवरी, इन्होंने जो है, मैं एक बात बड़ी सॉलमली कहना चाहूंगा कि जो भी इनके प्रोजेक्ट्स थे, स्कीम्स थी, सोशल वेलफेयर स्कीम्स थी, उसकी डिलीवरी प्रचार प्रसार में तो बहुत अच्छी हुई, लेकिन ऑन ग्राउंड नहीं हुई। सिर्फ एक ही चीज इन्होंने जो है बहुत अच्छी तरह और बड़े डेमोक्रेटिक तरीके से डिलीवर की है पिछले 4.5 साल में, वो है ट्रॉमा एंड ट्रेजेडी इन कोरोना। उसमें अपर क्लास हो, लोअर क्लास हो, मिडिल क्लास हो, फार्मर हो, नॉन फार्मर हो, सबको बराबर तरीके से प्रॉब्लम्स आई हैं, लोगों के यहाँ जाने गई हैं और उसको जनता भूली नहीं है। उसी का जवाब अब ये इलेक्शन जो आया ना, तो लोग इनको उसका जवाब दे रहे हैं और इसलिए अब ये दे आर ट्राइंग टू चेंज द पिच ऑफ द नैरेटिव एंड से कि जी कौन चुनाव लड़ रहा है। अरे समाजवादी पार्टी तो एक
मोहसिन रजा जी, राम प्रताप सिंह जी ने बाण चला दिया है। आप राम को भूल गए, कृष्ण कन्हैया को भूल गए, मथुरा भूल गए, अयोध्या भूल गए और सेफ सीट गोरखपुर पे चले गए हैं, क्योंकि परफॉर्मेंस इतना खराब है कि सेफ सीट ही बचा पाएगी योगी आदित्यनाथ जी को। जवाब दीजिए राम प्रताप सिंह जी के इस आर्ग्यूमेंट का।
देखिए, समाजवादी पार्टी के बारे में सभी जानते हैं और मैं बताना चाहता हूं, अब आपने सवाल किया है तो जवाब उनको भी दे दूं और प्रदेश और देश की जनता भी देख ले कि एक धर्मार्थ मंत्रालय था जिसको डिफंक किया हुआ था इन्होंने कभी ना काशी की तरफ देखा था, ना कभी ये मथुरा जाते थे। अयोध्या का तो नाम कोई ले लेता था तो इनको आग लग जाती थी समाजवादी पार्टी के लोगों को। तो आज आपने देखा हर तरफ गाने बज रहे हैं, लोग खुद से वो गाने बनाकर पोस्ट कर रहे हैं, हम उनको लाएंगे जो राम को लाए हैं, जो राम को लाए हैं हम उनको लाएंगे। इन्होंने तो धर्मार्थ मंत्रालय को डिफंक करके खाली कब्रिस्तान बनाए थे और कब्रिस्तानों की बाउंड्री बनाने में भी इन्होंने भ्रष्टाचार किया था। तो ये विकास तो कभी कर ही नहीं सकते। वो तो दूर दूर तक समाजवादी पार्टी के चरित्र में और कल्चर में ही नहीं है। वो उसको तो आप भूल जाइए। और जहां तक प्रभु श्री राम की बात की, चाहे वो प्रधानमंत्री के क्षेत्र वाराणसी काशी की बात हो, तो आज भव्य स्वरूप काशी का सबने देखा, भोलेनाथ की नगरी, मथुरा, बरसाना और अयोध्या, ये अपने आप में जो हमारे बड़े आराध्य भी हैं, ये भी, और उसके साथ साथ पूरे उत्तर प्रदेश का जो चौमुखी विकास हुआ है उससे ये परेशान है। इन्हें अच्छी तरह से पता है कि उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ में भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वापस ला 10 मार्च को। ये सब जानते हैं क्योंकि पूर्ण विश्वास की सरकार बनने जा रही है। अभी उम्मीदों की सरकार थी, परिवर्तन की सरकार थी, अब आदरणीय मोदी जी और योगी जी के नेतृत्व में विश्वास की सरकार भारतीय जनता पार्टी की बनने जा रही है।
थैंक यू।
राम प्रताप सिंह जी, जहां आप गोरखपुर को सेफ सीट कह रहे हैं, आपको याद होगा कि आप जब बीएसपी के साथ मिलकर लड़ रहे थे तो 2019 से पहले वहां की सीट बीजेपी ने खोई भी थी। तो ये आप कैसे कह सकते हैं कि वो एक सेफ सीट है? योगी आदित्यनाथ जहां से भी चाहें लड़ सकते हैं। उनका पूरे प्रदेश में उन्होंने अगर 5 साल की सरकार चलाई है तो कहीं से भी लड़ सकते हैं। व्हाई डू यू सी दिस एज अ डिफेंसिव मूव एंड नॉट एन ऑफेंसिव वन? आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट, मिस्टर राम प्रताप सिंह।
Thank you, Navika. It's definitely not an offensive move because going back to your home ground is seen as retracting your steps. Yes, he can contest from anywhere in the state. We don't have an issue with that. And he could possibly win also. So I'm not contesting that. But after posturing with Ayodhya and Kashi, etc., and then going back to Gorakhpur sends a message. Number two, I would like to correct Mr. Mohsin Raza when he says that in Samajwadi government there was no development done in Mathura. Well, I would like to stake claim to all the development and the riverfront works that happened in Mathura and Vrindavan that was done during our government. The Barsana Chauthad Kosi Yatra was done in our government. So he can't just say blatant lies and get away with it. Number two, the very, very important thing is that BJP in 2014 perpetuated a dream of Ram Rajya, which in 2017 was taken to bigger proportions. And they are not able to sense what is happening to them. That's when the Dalits and the OBCs and so many depressed communities in the state move towards BJP with the hope that they will be assimilated into the larger Hindutva and the Ram Rajya dream that they were perpetuating. That has not happened. That has not been delivered. In the last 4.5 years and 5 years, the crimes against Dalit women...
But what would you say, Mr. Ram Pratap Singh, what would you say to your own allies of the Mahan Dal which say that all these OBC leaders that you brought into your own party are actually people who change their party ahead of every election? आफ्टर ऑल दारा सिंह चौहान हर पार्टी में रह चुके हैं, समाजवादी पार्टी, बीएसपी, बीजेपी, वापस आ गए हैं समाजवादी पार्टी में। और अगर स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य की बात करें तो उनकी बेटी रहती हैं बीजेपी, बाप चले गए हैं समाजवादी पार्टी, पहले वो बीएसपी से आए थे। तो ये कौन से ऐसे लीडर हैं और कौन उन्हें कॉल आउट नहीं कर रहा आपकी अपनी पार्टी में? इसका भी तो जवाब दें।
इसका जवाब है मेरे पास। इसका जवाब है कि ये आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा कि ये बहुत नेशनल लेवल के लीडर नहीं है कि ये डिसाइड करें और फिर इनकी कम्युनिटी और इनका वोटर जो है इनके साथ मूव करे। ये उल्टा चलते हैं। जब इनकी कम्युनिटी ने ये कहा कि बीजेपी में जाइए, शायद हमें वहां रामराज में जगह मिलेगी, तो ये बीजेपी में चले गए। आज जब इनके कम्युनिटी के लोग परेशान हैं और वो उनके खिलाफ सीनियस क्राइम्स हो रहे हैं, तो उन्होंने कहा कि देखिए कोई और जगह ढूंढिए जहां शायद हमारे मान सम्मान और जान की रक्षा हो सके। तो ये लोग उल्टा चलते हैं। दे कैन सेंस so in that sense you can say that they are weather markers, but they can sense the feeling on the ground. And today a truly representative government
वेदर मार्कर मोहसिन रजा साहब, राम प्रसाद सिंह जी कह रहे हैं कि आने वाले दिनों में क्या होने वाला है इन लीडर को पहले पता चल जाता है। ये एक रामविलास पासवान टाइप की बिरादरी होती है जिनको पता हो जाता है, खबर हो जाती है कि कहां की सरकार जीतने वाली है, कौन सी पार्टी जीतने वाली है। तो क्या इस वजह से ये सब छोड़कर समाजवादी पार्टी में आए हैं? और नंबर 2, क्या पूर्वांचल की तरफ जाना मजबूरी बन गई है अब योगी आदित्यनाथ जी की? क्योंकि उस साइड के जितने ओबीसी लीडर हैं अब छोड़कर चले गए हैं, तो पहले अपना घर संभालना पड़ेगा, बाद में राम शरण जाना पड़ेगा। अयोध्या की जो बात की थी उन्होंने।
ये सबसे पहले तो मैं बता दूं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पास में ओबीसी का वो नेता है जो विश्व का सबसे बड़ा नेता बन चुका है, वो है आदरणीय मोदी जी। और तो इससे बड़ा चेहरा तो अब किसी के पास है ही नहीं, तो ये ओबीसी की बात ना करें। बैकवर्ड और ओबीसी के नाम पर लूट मचाने वाली समाजवादी पार्टी खाली एक ही जाति को फायदा पहुंचाया, चाहे वो बैकवर्ड लिए हो, दलित लिए हो, पिछड़े लिए हो, सबको ले लेते हैं, लेकिन ये किसी को कुछ देते नहीं है, ये छीन लेते हैं सबका। 27 ओबीसी बैकवर्ड और पिछड़ी जाति के मंत्री आदरणीय मोदी जी के साथ केंद्र में काम कर रहे हैं, सबका साथ सबका विकास की मूल मंत्र पे। और उत्तर प्रदेश में आदरणीय योगी जी के नेतृत्व की सरकार में 23 मंत्री ओबीसी, बैकवर्ड और पिछड़े और दलित समाज से आते हैं। और आज भी हमने अब जनरल सीट पर भी हम ओबीसी, बैकवर्ड और दलित समाज से या और पिछड़ी जातियों से हम लड़ा रहे हैं। तो इसलिए हमारे यहाँ सबका साथ सबका विकास, और उसी के बाद ये सबका विश्वास जो बढ़ा है वो ये है। और सेवा और स्वार्थ, ये दो चीजों की लड़ाई है इस समय। तो ये स्वार्थी लोग हैं जो आज वहां जा रहे हैं और जानते थे, जिन्होंने पेट भर भर के समाजवादी पार्टी को क्या क्या नहीं कहा, और आज अपने स्वार्थ के लिए जा रहे हैं। वो किसी समाज के लिए नहीं जा रहे हैं, वो अपने परिवार के लिए जा रहे हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए 24 करोड़ जनता ही हमारा परिवार है।
मैं जवाब देना चाहूंगा।
कहा यह भी जा रहा है और बहुत से लोगों का कहना है कि योगी जी लड़ना गोरखपुर से ही चाहते थे, हालांकि पार्टी चाहती थी वो अयोध्या से लड़े, लेकिन योगी जी गोरखपुर से ही लड़ना चाहते थे। क्या ये सेफ्टी का संकेत था या ये उत्तर प्रदेश में जो पूर्वांचल की मजबूरी है वो? लेकिन राम प्रताप सिंह जी, आप कुछ कहना चाह रहे थे मोहसिन रजा साहब से।
नहीं, मैं ये बार बार जो ये इल्जाम लगा रहे हैं कि ये समाजवादी पार्टी में ये हुआ, समाजवादी पार्टी में ये हुआ, मैं इनको एक बात बताना चाहूंगा कि सबका साथ सबको साथ तो दे लेते हैं, लेकिन जो ये आज दलित और ओबीसी कम्युनिटी इनसे चिटक के वापस जा रही है वो इसलिए क्योंकि ग्राउंड लेवल पे जो सबसे ज्यादा क्राइम हुए पिछले 5 साल में वो दलित के अगेंस्ट हुए। या आप हाथरस का केस उठा लीजिए, उन्नाव का केस उठा लीजिए, या जो क्राइम अगेंस्ट विमेन का एनसीआरबी का डेटा उठा लीजिए। तो इसी वजह से आज जो दलित कम्युनिटी इनके साथ पहले ज्वाइन किया था उसने 2014 में और 17 में, आज वो जो है इनसे चिटक गई है और इनको आईना दिखाना चाहती है और इनसे अलग जाना चाहती है, इसलिए ये लोग जा रहे हैं। ये बात इनको इलेक्शन के समय रिजल्ट जब आएगा तो अच्छी तरह समझ में आ जाएगी, लेकिन मार्क माय वर्ड मिस्टर रजा, यू रियलाइज दिस।
वेल, क्या होने वाला है उत्तर प्रदेश में? What's going to happen to the BJP? Why has Yogi Adityanath shifted from the much touted, much wanted seat of Ayodhya or Mathura? Why has he gone back to Gorakhpur? There are all kinds of responses that have been coming in from the opposition. But the challenge that really goes out at this moment is, it's all very good to challenge Yogi Adityanath, but he is the first chief minister in 20 years to actually contest an election, a sitting chief minister. Will Mr. Akhilesh Yadav and Miss Priyanka Gandhi Vadra take the bait, pick up the challenge? That's the big question. Thank you very much, Mohsin Raza Saab, and I introduce my next panel because we're going to take this debate forward, and joining me tonight is Nupur Sharma, spokesperson of the BJP. Also joining me tonight, Shantanu Gupta, author, has studied Uttar Pradesh very closely. Mr. Ram Pratap Singh of the Samajwadi Party continues to be with us. Advocate Abhishek Sudhir also joins the debate. The question that really goes out, Advocate Abhishek Sudhir, is that if the opposition, Akhilesh Yadav and others, are questioning Yogi Adityanath about going back to Gorakhpur as a safe seat, the question that goes out is that in 2 decades he is the first chief minister, sitting chief minister, to contest an election. Will Priyanka Gandhi Vadra or Akhilesh Yadav even fight the election? They haven't even declared. कम से कम योगी आदित्यनाथ ने आगे जाकर अपनी सीट तो डिक्लेयर कर दी है, is contesting, and the first list has his name as contesting the elections from Gorakhpur.
Right. So, Navika, I actually want to give you the inside track on why Yogi Adityanath made the decision to contest. It all goes back to last summer. After the second wave, Dattatreya Hospele from Karnataka traveled to Lucknow. He was deputed by the RSS to take the temperature on the ground, right? To say, what is the mahol? Is Yogi popular, or do we now need to jettison Yogi and start projecting Keshav Prasad Maurya? The RSS completely backed Yogi Adityanath because the RSS saw in Yogi Adityanath an opportunity to cut down Modi and Shah to size. Today, what we are seeing is the folly of the Sangh in backing Yogi Adityanath, because the self-proclaimed Chanakya Amit Shah saw the writing on the wall. A.K. Sharma was deputed, right? They wanted to make him a deputy CM, but A.K. Sharma was put into cold storage. Now, what happens now is Yogi Adityanath's big fear in Uttar Pradesh, Navika, is that after the election, if the BJP does not have a thumping majority, he will be replaced with Keshav Prasad Maurya.
Navika,
So
sorry, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Navika, please.
We should try Bollywood. Literally,
Please, can you let me speak,
it will be
sir?
amazing.
I will not interrupt.
No, I'm not interrupting. I'm just commending you. Amazing storytelling. Amazing storytelling.
Allow him to complete his point. Shantanu ji, allow him to complete his point and give you a chance to rebut him.
I normally don't do that.
He's possibly advocate Abhishek Sudhir. आप advocate क्यों नहीं है? आप मेरे रिपोर्टर क्यों नहीं बन जाते? Why don't you join our team here at Times Now, because you seem to have an inside track better than anybody else.
Legal opinion.
No. Please go ahead. I want you, but I'm giving you another option. Don't just be a panelist. Come and join Times Now. I'm inviting you.
नाविका एक छोटा सा, if I can tell a 10-second point.
मैं एडवोकेट बनता हूँ तो कहते हैं आप एनालिस्ट बनिए. अरे यार, बात करने दो शांतनु भाई. Truth hurts.
जी बोलिए.
शांतनु,
बोलिए, continue. Scene 2. Scene 1 बता दिया, Scene 2 बताइए.
Material for your next
Narrate
book.
Scene 2.
I'm giving you some nice material for your next book, how the monk lost the chief minister's chair. So just 30 seconds. 30 seconds, please. See.
Okay, 30 seconds. He's giving his next point. 30 seconds, please. I urge you to listen to him.
This was a power move. Navika, this was a power move by Yogi Adityanath to pressure Modi and Shah to field him from Ayodhya or Mathura. Yogi is dreaming of the Prime Minister's chair. That's the problem. So he put the pressure on the high command, right? The BJP prides itself on being a disciplined party. But Yogi Adityanath broke that discipline when he said he wanted to contest, basically. So they did not want to field him from Ayodhya and Mathura. Why? Ayodhya, terrible performance, last 10-20 seconds. Terrible performance in the Zilla Panchayat polls. 24 of the 40 Zilla Panchayat districts went to the Samajwadi Party. In Mathura, Braj Bhumi, Krishna Janma Bhumi, the saints and the seers of Mathura are against Yogi Adityanath, because Mathura has been a peaceful temple town, right? They don't want a repeat of what happened in the Ram Janma Bhoomi in 1992.
All right. I've given you much more than the 30 seconds that you asked for. Now turn by turn, responses coming to the statement made by Advocate Abhishek Sudhir. Nupur Sharma, please go first.
Well, I don't know, advocate है, analyst है, inside tracker है, शेख चिल्ली जरूर है नविका. As a spokesperson and officially CEO of the party, मुझे ये सब नहीं पता था. बहुत entertain किया आज आपने पहले 10 मिनट में. However, let's come back to reality, and I would like to remind Advocate Sudhir, इतना peaceful था कि कोसी कलान मथुरा डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर जब दंगे हुए थे, he must be hiding behind a rock because he doesn't seem to remember that Kosi Kalan riots happened. And what? Under Akhilesh Yadav Sarkar, so much for peace. For that matter, there are two suspicions which have been confirmed. Sheikh silliness and spinning yarns on your TV debate right now. There are two things I want to say. Last week, Navika, they were saying, oh, Yogi ji Ayodhya ja rahe hain. Oh, he's scared because of what happened in by-elections in 2018. Yogi Adityanath is running away from Gorakhpur because, unko maza aa jayega in Gorakhpur. That's why he's running away to Ayodhya. Now he's saying, oh, he's so scared. He's being sent back to Gorakhpur because he has no future. Sabhi kuch inko pata hai. So my suspicion number one is confirmed. The fact is, Samajwadi Party is scared. Otherwise, apart from 1st November 2020, 1, wherein Akhilesh Yadav announced, I am not contesting an election. Why have I not heard him even once say, yes, I am going to contest and this is the seat I am going to contest from? That is suspicion number 1, that Samajwadi Party is scared, confirmed. Point number 2, you know, last week, I think on your channel itself, I raised this hunch that after we declare the seats, after we declare the ticket distribution, the Bharatiya Janata Party does, I bet my life Samajwadi Party would not take anybody from the Bharatiya Janata Party. I'll tell you why. Because right before ticket declaration, just to make a studio manufactured, media manufactured perception that Dekho, there is a mass exodus outside from BJP inside the Samajwadi Party. So before it is known publicly that so many people's ticket has been cut, it helps to create a hype around the air. देखो हवा में हम लोग चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं, हवा में हम लोग चुनाव जीत जाएंगे. Why did Akhilesh Yadav today had to come on record the day we actually announced our first list and say, I am not taking anybody else from BJP? Simply put, because now it is absolutely and abundantly clear which are the tickets which are speakers which are not going to get a repeat ticket in 2022, be it for whatever reason. But I must tell you this much, that Samajwadi Party is scared. They can see the writing on the wall. Their own MLC,
Ram Pratap Singh ji, I want to ask you a pointed question, and this has been doing the rounds in the social media, that if you run the visuals of today's press conference that was addressed by Akhilesh Yadav ji, he was extremely hyper. Is the word that's been used in social media. He was looking at his phone time and again, and he was a little distracted. Now, is it bravado that people have gone from BJP to Samajwadi Party, and that's why hawa is taraf ki chal rahi hai? Or is it actually, if you're actually so confident, why doesn't Akhilesh Yadav come out and announce where he is contesting from? There's nothing like that announcement that will invigorate the cadres of the Samajwadi Party. So why is he shying away from making that announcement? Why doesn't he take away the initiative from the BJP by making that announcement, Ram Pratap Singh ji?
Thank you, Navika. Like what I said you have two questions here. I split this question into two. First is what has been happening, and you said Mr. Akhilesh Yadav looked very distracted today, and he said no to more people coming in from BJP. So that's what's been happening in last 3 days is unprecedented, and he wasn't expecting that. Let me clarify that. So suddenly a lot of activity while he has to. So ours is a regional party setup where we have one national president and a smaller organization as compared to BJP or Congress. So he was to go into deciding tickets for phase 1, 2, and 3, and then suddenly all this exodus happens, and the ticket distribution process is getting delayed. Let's face it. So that's the reason why he probably was distracted while he was in the press conference today. Answering your second question, which actually stems from what I said in the first one, that being a smaller organization, we do not have multiple star campaigners. You will see in next 45 days the entire union cabinet and the tallest of chief ministers from BJP chief ministers from across the country descend into Uttar Pradesh for campaigning. We do not have those sort of resources. So our star campaigner, which is our national president, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, if he chooses to contest, then he will have to devote some energy to his seat as well. So yes, I mean, he's not averse to contesting after forming the government. He has to become a member of the Legislative Council or the Assembly, and then he could possibly choose to take either of the two routes. But at this stage, for him to contest will be a difficult proposition for the party to manage the campaign, and that's the reason why he's not committing to it. There is no rocket science behind it.
Ram Pratap Singh ji, however much you want to dress that up, log to ise kahenge ke patli gali कहेंगे शांतनु गुप्ता जी. और मैं ये आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ, two questions that I want to ask you, Shantanu. Ram Prasad Singh ji says that he cannot devote so much time because it's a regional party, one man setup. Ram Pratap Singh, sorry. I want to ask you, Shantanu, that one-man party, one star campaigner, others don't really count, so therefore he needs to conserve energy to campaign across the state than just his place. Secondly, he says, unexpectedly these things happened about people coming in. Unexpectedly, which is why all the resignation letters had the same language, all the pictures were clicked in the same background. It seemed like organized to me. Shantanu Gupta, what did it seem like to you?
I think I'll say two things. I think before that, when I was hearing Abhishek Sudhir, I got to know where from where this. I get those funny WhatsApp conspiracy theories on my mobile. So now I know the source who is writing those theories. I think Ram Pratap Singh ji made a very honest confession and a very tricky confession. He's saying that out of 403, there is no safe seat for Akhilesh Yadav in Uttar Pradesh, which is quite an expose. He's saying there is no safe seat. चाहे मैनपुरी से लड़ ले, टावा से लड़ ले, कन्नौज से लड़ ले, जहां से आजमगढ़ जहां से वो सांसद है, there is no seat where he has to, if he choose to contest, he has to spend so much time that like a leader like Akhilesh Yadav, I will feel there must be multiple seats where he can just contest and I think he would win, he should win. I'm sure he has at least that much mace, but Singh Saab is saying there is no safe seat for Akhilesh Yadav. That's quite a revelation. I think point number one.
You interpreting it like that?
No, you just said he has to spend time, he has to do campaigning, he has to spend time. So I think you are saying there is no safe seat for him. There is no safe seat where he just file the nomination. Because Yogi Adityanath, Navika, Singh Saab, I did not speak between you. I was just very sensibly listening all of you.
Thank you so much.
We all know Yogi Adityanath, Navika, if the campaigning will be allowed, he will extensively campaign. Like he campaigned for BJP for Hyderabad municipal elections to Bengal to Manipur to where not, right? He's the star campaigner of like top 5 BJP leaders, right? So it's not that Yogi Adityanath will not campaign if the campaigning is allowed. So he will also spend like not much time in Gorakhpur, but he knew that like there are multiple seats where he can fight and party chose Gorakhpur for him. And very humbly, if you read his tweet, very humbly he thanked the party, he thanked the parliamentary board, and that shows how a leader is. So I think that's quite a revelation by Ram Singh ji that there's no safe seat for Akhilesh Yadav. I'll go on to tweet it. That's quite a news.
So Advocate Abhishek Sudhir, the question I want to ask you, you're saying that Yogi wants to be Prime Minister. Do you think, imagination of course is allowed to everybody, doesn't require any license and there is no tax on it. So imagination to aap jitni marzi kar lijiye. But do you think there can be somebody who can pip Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the post of Prime Minister till he is around, given the fact that he definitely enjoys as a single most popular leader in India across all political parties? Big, small, medium-sized, you can look at whatever way. Narendra Modi is the most popular leader in India, and I'm sure you will not contest that fact at least. And the fact that you say that RSS does not like Modi and therefore the RSS is trying to fix Narendra Modi and Amit Shah by propping up Yogi Adityanath. I just want to understand from you, how do you bolster these statements that you just made in the previous instance? Any facts on the ground that you can actually bolster your argument with?
Well, Navika, first of all, I think the reason sitting chief ministers have not contested for 20 years, if you see what happened in West Bengal, Didi lost. She lost, but they swept the state, but she lost. And after the election, she had to contest a bypoll and win again because it became a matter of prestige. Now, you say Mr. Modi is the most popular leader in India. I dispute that. Mr. Yadav actually yesterday said that this is not the semi-final. Uttar Pradesh 2022 is not the semi-final. He said this is the final. And if Mr. Yadav wins the final, then I think he's Prime Minister in 2024. You'll laugh. All of you will laugh. You're entitled to laugh. But I believe he is a...
So in 2014, 282 seats does not prove his popularity. In 2019, increasing them to 303 seats is not something that is impressing you. So you're not basing any of your statements on any facts. You're just saying something outrageous which cannot be supported by data. ऐसा कौन सा लीडर है जिसने पिछले 30 सालों में एक मेजॉरिटी सरकार लोकसभा में बनाई है and then in a second consecutive election increase that majority. Tell me one leader who has the capability of doing that. So not just saying number one leader is Mr. Narendra Modi. and I'm
You're saying
not,
Vajpayee was
you may
incapable.
call me Godi me. I'm just going by empirical
Was Atal Bihari
evidence.
Vajpayee incapable?
1 to 100 is occupied by Mr. Modi, and then comes anybody, even from his own party. So I would
Let me
just want to
respond. Let me
understand,
respond.
where are you basing your conclusions from?
Navika, you're a senior journalist. Could anyone have thought that in 1977 Indira Gandhi could get wiped out? India is Indira. Indira is Ma Durga. Navika, in politics, the people decide. In 2014, they made Narendra Modi king. In 2013, I used to laugh, "Arey, who is this Modi? He'll never become PM." We were taught a lesson. We all had to eat humble pie. The people can prop you up, the people will bring you down. Right? The power is with the people.
That
It's not
is
with
true.
spokespersons.
That is true. But if
It's
you
not with
were laughing in 2013, then see what happened in 2014. And then if you are laughing today in 2022, well, Nupur Sharma, please take over. He's laughing again in
Exactly what I'm
2022.
Well,
saying.
Akhilesh can
Well,
become
PM
exactly what I'm
24. Why
saying.
not? Why
Navita,
not?
allow me, please.
Why
Navita,
not?
please allow
Mamta
me.
Didi can be projected.
Sir,
Why
please
not?
allow
Akhilesh
me.
Yadav?
You have to allow
There are
me now.
80 Lok Sabha seats in Uttar Pradesh.
Allow me.
80 Lok
Allow
Sabha
me.
seats.
अच्छा ठीक है, allow me now.
No,
allow me.
I agree with you.
Navita,
I agree with you. Anybody can be projected. Right now, the situation as it exists in terms of popularity is the only thing I'm talking about. Nupur Sharma, respond. I'm coming to you, Ram Pratap ji.
Well, you hit the nail on its head, Navita. If he was proven wrong on his speculation in 2013, well, you can just well imagine what weight should we be attaching to whatever he had to say since the very beginning of this debate today. And I mean, Mr. Advocate Subir. Now, having said that, you remember after West Bengal, the final challenger to Modi has come, Mamta Didi. Now, इलेक्शन के पहले उत्तर प्रदेश का चुनाव हुआ नहीं है, नतीजे आए नहीं है, फाइनल चैलेंजर यादव इन्होंने अनाउंस कर दिया. Now, you're right. 2013 जैसा ना हो जाए आपके साथ एडवोकेट सुधीर. But I have a few pertinent points to make. As far as समाजवादी पार्टी is concerned, I also doubt. वैसे तो आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर आज की तारीख में मोदी जी बहुत पॉपुलर लीडर है, वो प्रधानमंत्री है, रहेंगे, आगे भी रहेंगे. और in the future, 10 years down the line, I hope Yogi ji become India's prime minister. I would be the happiest if that happens. But having said that, अब देखिए अपने परिवार पे तो इनका भैया बिल्कुल कश्मीरा शिकंजा हरिओम यादव जाके छोड़ गए. By the way, on the Hindi channel, I'm just reading a ticker that Mulayam Singh Yadav's second daughter-in-law, the younger one, is also set to join Bharatiya Janata Party. So this is very entertaining. Somebody who cannot even control his own relatives, you think he's going to control anybody else? Fact of the matter is that after Ghanshyam Singh Lodhi's resignation on January 12th, he's a sitting MLC from Samajwadi Party. He's resigned from the Samajwadi Party. By basing his resignation on that, there is no respect that Samajwadi Party has for Dalit Samaj. Similarly, today, their so-called ally Chandrasekhar Azad today coming in a press conference saying, I am not going to go into elections with Samajwadi Party because ये हमारा अपमान करते हैं. मुंह पहुंचने के लिए लिप सर्विस इज वन थिंग. इतने सारे समाज के लोग हमारे पास आ गए. रियलिटी इज आज जिनका टिकट कटा है, आज सुबह तक तो नविका यू ऑल्सो हर्ड 20 तारीख तक देखना बस भाजपा से कौन कौन छोड़ के अभी आगे देखना कौन कौन आएगा. आज एकदम से कह दिया आप कोई नहीं लेंगे. हम आई टेल यू क्यों नहीं लेंगे? बिकॉज ऑफ परसेप्शन इनके पाले में नहीं जाएगा. The minute they start taking in rejects of other organizations, this is not going to show any kind of positive
respond to that. Even this morning in his press conference, Akhilesh Yadav tried to say कि आजाद से हमारी बातचीत चल रही थी, फिर उनको किसी का फोन आया, almost as if there was some sort of a conspiracy that was going on. Respond. Has too much been made out of the 3 ministers who quit the BJP, joined the Samajwadi Party? I completely agree that anybody can challenge anybody. That's what a democracy is all about. I was only talking about the fact that as of now, nationally, Mr. Modi happens to be, at least from all evidence that is available in public domain, as the most popular leader amongst the other leaders in the country. But of course, tomorrow anybody can challenge him and anybody can, upset the apple cart. That kind of a situation does exist. But I want to ask you, Ram Pratap Singh, is Samajwadi Party making more of the defections than is actually on the ground? And is it trying to become a messiah of the non-Yadav OBCs when there are other downtrodden so-called caste-based parties which don't see you as the panacea for all their ills?
Thank you, Navika. There are multiple questions in there. First of all, I fully agree with you that Mr. Modi, Prime Minister Modi, is a very tall leader, and there is nobody anywhere close to him. Let me also tell you, as a very responsible member of Samajwadi Party, that never has Mr. Akhilesh Yadav staked a claim or said in any conversation that he intends to be the Prime Minister in 2024. So if an independent analyst goes ahead and says that on your show, at least I don't give any credence to it. And I would like to finish that discussion right here. What is important is we are discussing the 2022 UP election, and that's what I would like to stay focused on. And in that connection, what you asked, that are we giving too much importance to the movement of a few ministers and MLAs from BJP to our party? Well, I would say no. This is part of that. Something that came our way was a distraction in the sense that we weren't anticipating this. So this conspiracy theory on part of BJP that probably we have masterminded it, well, certainly not. It has come our way, we have dealt with it, and we move on from here. And we will, again, focus on our primary issues of non-delivery by the BJP government, corona crisis, farmers' issues, development issues, women's issues. These are the core issues that remain vital for us for this election. And this was a distraction. But then, having said that, yes, it does to a certain extent represents the disgruntlement amongst the OBC and the Dalit community, and they want to come on board. And in that context, Mr. Chandrasekhar making a statement that we don't have respect for Dalits, etc. Well, you understand that how coalitions happen, and sometimes people want a bigger pie. And when they are not able to get that in a larger democratic setup, they start making irresponsible statements. So that is what Mr. Chandrasekhar was doing today, but when he could not get what he wanted.
If that applies to you, and Azad, Chandrasekhar Azad's conversation, Shantanu Gupta, couldn't that have applied also to the conversation between BJP and Swami Prasad Maurya, BJP and Dara Singh Chauhan? Inke samay ho to bargaining, aapke time ho to mass exodus. How does that apply?
I think exactly your point on. So I think, I'm sure, I'll know go against Ram Pratap Singh ji. He's a spokesman of the party. He has a day job to do. He will defend his party. But again, we all know in fact, almost last year, we all are commenting that Chandrasekhar Ravan may join Samajwadi Party. Samajwadi Party has sent multiple feelers, and I'm sure some kind of seat arrangement might not have happened, Chandrasekhar, because see, now Akhilesh Yadav does not have a space, right? He has, like, all these leaders was coming, why they're coming to? Maurya ji was asking for 15 tickets, BJP was saying, we may be able to give you and your supporters, your family 2-3 tickets. So Akhilesh Yadav has to give 20 seats to all of these people. I doubt he can fight more than 250 seats now, 260 seats. He does not have any more seats to give to any more allies, or maybe he'll fight only 100 seats. Right, so he doesn't have as much space. But I was amazed the contrast of discussion. Samajwadi Party spokesman said that any seat will be very tough for him. He has to campaign and he'll be bound. And Abhishek Sudhir said, no, he'll be the Prime Minister in 2024. That's quite a contrast, right? No safe seat in UP and Prime Minister in 2024. Quite a contrast.
Well,
was never said.
As things stand
I
today,
never heard
in the last week, the perception seemed to be slipping away from the BJP. Nupur Sharma, okay, you are raising your hand, 30 seconds to you. In the last week, the perception seemed to be slipping away from the BJP. Do you think Yogi Adityanath contesting from Gorakhpur, the first list of 107 seats with 60% going to OBCs, is now going to bring back the perception in favor of the BJP? Nupur Sharma?
Let me just say three things very clearly. First and foremost, 60 seats are not just going to OBCs. They're going to Pichda, Ati Pichda, Dalits and Vanchit and Garib Samaj. So it covers everybody. Out of 107 seats, 60 are going to these people. Point number two, is it not true, this is for my Samajwadi Party colleague spokesperson, is it not true that Mahan Dal actually started raising objections to you having so many people join? And as far as my allegation of Samajwadi Party, forget what Chandrasekhar Azad said, forget that your own MLC resigned. You know, this is interesting. Our Social Welfare Minister Ramapati Shastri in December 2021 came with this statistic that, you know, some districts that were named after Dalit greats of the past were renamed by Akhilesh Yadav when he was the Chief Minister. The districts of Sambhal, Shamli and Hapur were renamed into Bhimnagar, Prabudhnagar and Panchil Nagar. And Akhilesh Yadav ensured that they are named again back to Sambhal, Shamli and Hapur. So that shows how much you actually respect Dalits. Also, let's not forget the infamous guest house incident when you tried to disrobe.
Everybody is looking for their part of the population that they can appeal to. At the moment, Akhilesh Yadav seems to be concentrating on pulling away the OBC advantage that the BJP seem to have up until now. Will he succeed in doing that by taking over some of these habitual changers of parties, or is he going to actually have a problem balancing equations with those who already are part of the Samajwadi bandwagon? Well, as they say, the contest has just begun. आगे आगे देखिए होता है क्या, क्योंकि ये है महाभारत उत्तर प्रदेश का, and clearly ups and downs, swings either way, and a graph and a chariot that's going through a bumpy road is what we are going to watch in the weeks to come. Come 10th of March, when the final results come out, will we know kaun banega Mukhyamantri. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to my panelists for joining me tonight on this very special edition of the News Hour. Good night, stay safe.